I give the floor to United Nations Watch.
The United Nations was intended to be the chief guarantor of international law, and this Council, the principal guardian of human rights. What a catastrophic failure for humanity and the civilized world that it has allowed itself to become the main mechanism by which terrorists, bigots, despots and dictatorships weaponize international law.
Natasha Hausdorf brought some moral clarity to the United Nations. Take a look.
Mr. President, we strongly denounce Israel's flagrant violations of international humanitarian and human rights law.
Famine, forced displacement and ethnic cleansing.
Colonialism, apartheid and aggression.
Siege, bombardment, forced displacement, deprivation of basic needs and starvation.
The forced deportation, starvation.
Death, deprivation and displacement.
The war crimes and crimes against humanity.
The UN Independent International Commission of Inquiry has concluded that genocide is being committed in Gaza.
The rigorous Commission of Inquiry report underscores the growing consensus around the ongoing atrocity in Israel's genocidal campaign in Gaza.
Genocidal government.
A genocidal war.
A genocide. Genocide.
Genocide.
I give the floor to United Nations Watch.
Chair, the United Nations was intended to be the chief guarantor of international law, and this Council, the principal guardian of human rights. What a catastrophic failure for humanity and the civilized world that it has allowed itself to become the main mechanism by which terrorists, bigots, despots and dictatorships weaponize international law, to become the mouthpiece of internationally prescribed terrorist organizations, to become a platform from which to propagate heinous blood libels against the only Jewish state, blood libels of occupation, ethnic cleansing, colonialism, apartheid, genocide, terms which, having been so inverted against Israel in order to demonize it, have become meaningless. This Council has become the world's most prolific disinformation laundering facility, because when so-called human rights organizations openly publish Hamas propaganda, they depend on this Council, its commissions, its rapporteurs, to repeat those lies. They depend on that disinformation being parroted by the UN General Assembly, the ICC, the ICJ. And once that cycle of fraud is complete, those NGOs that fabricated the lies point to the UN's endorsement as proof of their veracity. Future generations will observe how easily these supposedly illustrious institutions were hijacked, and they will hold you
Please
all
conclude.
responsible.
Your time is up. I would like to call on everyone to adhere to language that is commensurate with the dignity inherent to the discussion on human rights issues. Everyone has the right to express his or her views, but this should remain within acceptable framework. With this in mind, I give the floor to the next speaker.
Yeah, sure, cut her off. Why not? Don't let her finish. UN can't handle the truth from Natasha Hausdorf there, and she is incredible. I recommend you check her out. I want to say, this is directly, I'm making this video directly after the terrible Manchester attack against Jews at a synagogue on Yom Kippur, which is the Jewish high holiday, in which I believe 2 were murdered and multiple others injured. There are other details coming out right now, but it's insane. And there are pro-Palestine marches happening as we speak in Manchester, like directly after. Crazy. And the government isn't exactly so pro-Jew at the moment. For more, subscribe to the channel. If you want to help us make more of these videos, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Jewish Uncensored. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.